What's up, everyone? It's Dakota, and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering video. And while I don't normally go over articles and stuff, unless they're like the ban list or anything like that, Star City Games actually put out an article by the great Nick Miller. I absolutely, loved his work when Star City was, hosting opens and stuff like that every weekend, and his work and everything that he does. So really nice. And we know that in the December, I believe, RC that is coming up in Washington, D.C., that is going to be the first one hosted by Star City Games, not being done by DreamHack anymore. And we seem to be getting some more changes after that December RC in Washington, D.C. So as the article says, the United States to have 2 Magic the Gathering regional championships per round starting in 2025. So DC is going to mark the end of the 1 RC per season in the United States, and we'll of course read the article and kind of go over what those changes mean. Of course, before we get too deep into the article, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to see more videos from me, I post a lot of modern and pioneer content along with some other longer form videos, and of course including the Casual Spikes podcast. So if any of that stuff interests you, be sure to subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell so you know when those future videos get posted, and check out Randy over with Modern with Randy. He actually sent me this article while I was actually preparing to do another video, and I think this is kind of like the perfect thing to show off since this is like brand spanking new, at least to me, today. So be sure to check him out and show him some love as well. So the United States to have 2 Magic the Gathering regional championships per round. Of course, if you are not familiar with it, I'm definitely not familiar with it. I haven't even qualified for a regional championship. Been decently close, but it is what it is. So the regional championship is essentially the tournament to qualify for the tournament that you want to play in, to then hopefully qualify for the tournament that you really want to play in. Unless you do very, very well at the regional championship, then you just qualify for both. So essentially how things went for regional championships, you would, I believe, top 64 players qualify for the Pro Tour, and then of course you get a set prize amount. And then the 2 finalists in the event end up qualifying for Worlds, on top of the Pro Tour invite, on top of, I believe, an invite to the next season's regional championship. So there's a lot at stake, especially if you make top 8. I believe to a certain point down, you qualify for the next season. I believe top 64 still does. But, the big thing is obviously to qualify for Worlds as well. So as we kind of get into the article, it starts off with the United States will move to having 2 Magic the Gathering regional championships starting second round of season 3. This is important to kind of understand because, like Randy would tell me all the time, like, oh yeah, there's like 1,000 plus people for this event, 1,000 plus people for that event, and then like probably the 2 most like populated RCs having like 1,400 people at them. And I believe DreamHack Dallas had like, I want to say it was over 1,000. I can't remember if it was like 1,200 or if it was like, kind of a big discrepancy, like 1,050 to like 1,200. That's a lot of people, and only 64 people will qualify for the Pro Tour. And kind of like the big problem with the American regional championships, or like the North American regional championship versus like the regional championships in like other countries and stuff and other regions. Regions is probably a better word. In other regions, compared to the size of those tournaments versus how many invites they give out, like the United States is probably, or the North American one is a little bit harder, I believe, to kind of qualify for, just again for the sheer number of players and how many great players end up playing in those regional championships. So season 3 round 2 runs from January to March of 2025, and instead of having 1 regional championship that awards 64 Pro Tour invites and 2 world championships, there will be 2 regional championships that each give out 32 Pro Tour invites, 2 world championship invites. Each regional championship will feature a $100,000 prize pool that will also award qualifications for the regional championship in the following round. And the regional championship in season 3, round 2, will qualify for the second Pro Tour in 2025. So essentially what this is saying, like, we're still giving out 64 Pro Tour invites, but now there's 2 additional World Championship invites. I thought for, like, not, of course, like my ADHD brain, like not really fully reading it, I figured, like, okay, they split it up, 64 Pro Tour invites, 2 World Championships. Basically, the winners of both RCs are going to get Worlds invites, and then, we're going to have 32 Pro Tour invites to the top 32. No, there's now 4 World Championship invites and, still 64 Pro Tour invites. And then, of course, qualifications for, like, the next season's RCs and for the second Pro Tour, if you qualify for the Pro Tour. So This is what the prize structure could look like. The winner of the event, $20K, qualifying for Worlds, the Pro Tour, the second Pro Tour in 2025, and a Season 3, Round 3 Regional Championship invite. The finalists, $10,000, all the same stuff. Third and fourth, $5,000, but instead of the World invite, they only get the Pro Tour and the Round 3, Season 3 Regional Championship invite. 5th through 8th, $3,000. 9th through 16th, $2,000. 17th through 32nd, $1,000. 33 through 64, $250. And qualifications for the Season 3, Round 3 Regional, and then $125 plus the qualification. So essentially giving out prizes and something worth of value to those players that make it to the top 128. Which is going to be still a pretty good run into day 2, but nonetheless, while they are giving out less Pro Tour invites I guess the same overall, but less per regional because we're going to have 2 of them. The prizes are still pretty good here. I mean, you get 32nd place, $1,000 for a 2-day tournament, and you get to qualify for the Pro Tour. Essentially, getting to live out I would say the thing that most players kind of strive for once they start playing competitive Magic. So definitely giving players more chances to qualify for the Pro Tour, even if there's not necessarily more invites given out. There is more tournaments that give you the opportunity to qualify for the Pro Tour if you can do very well. I mean, definitely getting 2 shots at it to get in the top 32, I think is better than, 1 shot to get top 64, for what it's worth. I'm not a numbers guy or anything like that, but I definitely like having more chances rather than more invites per tournament. Each regional championship will run on its own weekend at an SCG con. So there are going to be these, big bombastic kind of things, where DreamHack, I think, was just a ton of other games and stuff like that going on. This is SCG con is just going to be focused on, Magic the Gathering. Of course, some other card games I'm sure are going to be there, but, we're not going to have Fortnite and League of Legends and stuff going on, things like that. Players will be able to earn 2 regional championship qualifications in a round to play in both regional championships. So if you win an RCQ and you're I'm going to go to the one in Atlanta, we'll say, you can then get another regional championship qualifier, qualification, and queue for the other one. If a player earns 1 invite, they can choose which regional championship to play. Players can participate in a regional championship qualifier events regardless of how many qualifications they've earned. Notably, RCQ invites will not pass down, and there are no additional benefits to earning more than 2 regional championship qualifications per round. So I'm assuming that with RCQ invites not passing down, I mean, if you really wanted to be that end boss of the store and you're a 1-slot kind of store, even if you already have 2 qualifications, there's no further incentive aside from money to do well in these tournaments. But you can still play in multiple RCQs. So technically, if someone wanted to be that guy or female, or whatever, if you want to be that person, that's a good way of putting it. If you want to be that person and deny someone a qualification, you can certainly do that now under Star City Games system. Players that qualify for the U.S. Regional Championship will be automatically pre-registered for the first RC of the round on Melee.gg once the organizer of the event where they qualified submits their information. If a player didn't participate in the first RC or earn true invites that round, they will be pre-registered for the second regional championship round. Players who qualify through Magic Online, Magic Arena, or who are qualified directly by Wizards of the Coast will be pre-registered at the conclusion of the season when the information provided to Star City Games. These are the promos for the RCQ season. So Sleight of Hand is the participation promo. The Supreme Verdict is the top 8 promo plus a foiled version of it. If you win the event, I believe it's just the winner of the event. I don't know if it's top 2. Foil copies will be of Sleight of Hand promo will be available at larger destination events. Top finishers at RCQs will receive a copy of Supreme Verdict, with the winner of the RCQs getting a foil copy of Supreme Verdict. Participation Secret Lair promo for Season 3 Round 2 Regional Championship will be a non-foil Nexus of Fate, and this is absolutely easily one of my favorite cards of all time, considering that I've definitely done very well at its time in Standard with Nexus of Fate, so I would love to get my hands on this kind of promo. Top finishers at the RC will also earn a foil copy of Nexus of Fate. Read the article from WotC and check the RCQ page from Star City Games for more information. So, kind of overall wrapping this up, the TLDR, the United States is going to be getting 2 regional championships. to kind of help mitigate the size of the event. I don't know how much it's going to matter. I mean, going to 2 RC, regional championships, especially if they're in, like, say, 2 different parts, like the United States, where, me and Randy being from, like, the Ohio area and things like that, going to, like, Atlanta and then going to Denver, in, like, relatively short amount of time is a hard thing to do. So I think for, people that are able, maybe financially secure or just have, like, the ability to do so, it's going to be a huge benefit for them. I think for players that can only really go to one anyway, it's definitely going to be a lot more difficult to do so, but at least then you kind of get the option of which one you want to go to if you can only participate in one. And then if you can participate in both, then you're just kind of incentivized to keep playing regional championship qualifiers, kind of, again, playing like against some of the best players like in your area, just kind of like sharpen your skills and things like that, and to get ready for those regional championships. So there's definitely some benefits. There's definitely some downsides. Overall, I think this is going to be a pretty good change for, the regional championship and kind of like the pro circuit that we have right now for Magic, and I'm looking forward to it. I think just having like 2 really big like regional championships, I think it's going to be good for Star City Games as a business. This just means more Magic coverage, hopefully, so that we can get more competitive games of Magic and out into the world, and things that we can kind of like study and things like that. So. But yeah, that's going to do it for me this video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the video, comment down below. If you're excited for the changes for the Pro Tour system, and if you're excited for North America to have 2 regional championships, again, I think it's going to be pretty sweet. More opportunities to enjoy the game that we all love playing. But that's going to do it for me this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.